Elijah and the prophets of Baal. God's power. The story of Elijah and the prophets of Baal is a powerful biblical narrative that demonstrates the might and sovereignty of God. This story can be found in 1 Kings chapter 18 verses 16 to 45. Here's a summary and some key insights from the story. The background. During the time of King Ahab, the Israelites had turned away from worshiping the one true God and instead followed Baal, a pagan god associated with weather and fertility. This idolatry was largely encouraged by Queen Jezebel, who promoted Baal worship and persecuted the prophets of God. The challenge on Mount Carmel. God called upon Elijah, a prophet, to challenge the people of Israel to choose between him and Baal. Elijah arranged a showdown on Mount Carmel, where he confronted 450 prophets of Baal. Elijah proposed a test to demonstrate who was the true God. The test. Elijah told the prophets of Baal to prepare a bull for a sacrifice and place it on an altar, but not to set fire to it. He would do the same on his own altar for God. Each side would call upon their deity, and the one who answered with fire to consume the offering would prove to be the true God. The prophets of Baal began their ritual, crying out to Baal from morning until noon, even cutting themselves as part of their worship. Despite their intense pleas, no fire came. Elijah mocked them, suggesting that perhaps Baal was asleep or occupied. God's miraculous response. When it was Elijah's turn, he rebuilt an altar to God using 12 stones, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. He then placed the sacrifice on the altar, dug a trench around it, and drenched the altar with water 3 times, making it nearly impossible to ignite naturally. Elijah then prayed a simple prayer, asking God to reveal his power so the people would turn back to him. Immediately, God sent down fire from heaven, which consumed not only the sacrifice but also the stones, soil, and water in the trench. The outcome. Witnessing this miracle, the people of Israel fell to the ground, proclaiming, "The Lord, He is God." Elijah then ordered the people to seize the prophets of Baal, and they were executed. This moment led to the Israelites' recommitment to the true God. Afterward, Elijah prayed, and God ended a long drought, showing his power not only over fire but also over the elements, in direct contrast to Baal, who was believed to control the weather. Lessons from the story. 1. God's sovereignty. The story emphasizes that God is the one true God, sovereign over all creation. Unlike Baal, God demonstrated his power over fire and water to prove his supremacy. 2. Faith and obedience. Elijah's faith was remarkable. He obeyed God's command despite the overwhelming odds and trusted in God's power to answer his prayer. Lessons from the story. 3. Turning back to God. This story shows that God desires his people to turn back to him and leave behind idols. He is merciful and ready to forgive when they do. 4. The futility of idolatry. The prophets of Baal showed the emptiness of idolatry as they cried out to a God who did not answer. This highlights the futility of putting faith in anything other than the one true God. Elijah and the prophets of Baal. This story of Elijah and the prophets of Baal remains a powerful reminder of God's might and his call for wholehearted devotion. Subscribe, share, like, and hit that notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and associates. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell for more information on Jesus Christ, God, Lord, Bible lessons and other religious content every day, week, month, and year. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the current information. Thank you for watching.